Sorry for that. As I mentioned, my name is Ravi, and I will be your trainer for this course. And welcome to Cloud Upskill Azure Data Engineering training session, demo session. So here we're gonna see like what is data engineering and where we'll be using the data engineering in real time and what are the applications of data engineering and by learning from the Cloud Upskill, what you will be getting as a kind of like a bundle around like 360 degrees course material and mock interviews and everything from the Cloud Upskill perspective. And it was like if you have any doubts, we will be discussing as a demo. I mean, at the end of the demo session, we will be handling that your doubt session. So let's start. Let me share my screen to get into the the course standard curriculum. Let me know once you can see my screen. Yeah, anyone can confirm it. I hope you are viewing my screen. Yeah, so in this course, so this will be your real time uh, this will be a real-time project walkthrough and kind of like a roadmap, like what we will be discussing, in the course and what are the technologies that we are going to cover and the tools and the programming section. And even in the programming, what are the technologies or what kind of functionalities that we will be covering. So we will be seeing everything. And as I mentioned, so you can reach out to this number if you have any doubts regarding the training, and you can just go through Cloud Upskill website to get more details. Uh, in this Azure Data Engineering, so we have the agenda. Like first, we start with SQL, and here we have the large audience where few of you have can be like fresh graduates, and few of can be with some non-IT background, which you want to upskill yourself and you want to change your career as a data engineer into data coming into data domain. So this will be perfectly suit for you because like we start everything from scratch. So you don't want to do or you don't want to learn anything prior to this. So you don't want to need any prerequisite. Okay. So everything, each and every technology, we starts from scratch. Okay. So with the basics completely and what will be the data and what will be the object. So complete UI. Okay, everything we will be starting from scratch and each and every detail will be teaching in the course. Okay, first we start with SQL. So SQL we will be dealing with PostgreSQL. Okay, so the Postgres UI and the installation if you are using Windows or Mac or whatever. So you will be getting both the installation kind of like guidance. And once you install, so you will be I will be providing you the sample database. You can load that sample database by following uh, the video which I am going to show in the course, and then you can write the queries. Okay, we start with SQL queries like from the basic SQL query, which is a select start from one table, and then going to aggregations, ranking, and very complex concepts in the SQL, and then we go with Python, which is the most renewed programming language in the market currently. Python will be mostly using for AML and data engineering and then data analytics. So you name it. So Python has its footprint. Okay, so you need Python will be best fit for the data engineering as well as data analysis as well. And since we deal with Azure Data Engineering, so we go for into cloud. So once we complete the Python session, we go into the Azure cloud, and in the cloud, you will be seeing everything like from the subscription and then resource group, like how you can create one resource or one service in the cloud and then make it use for our need and for the training purpose and for your hands-on purpose, and how you can get the free credits from the Azure. Like I will be showing that account creation and getting the free credits for that. Like you will be getting some 10,000 credits and then you can use it for 3 months of the period, and then you can get hands-on experience on the technologies like for data engineering. Again, the main thing is Azure Data Factory, like how we will be reading data from one source and then transform it and then load into different source, I mean the destination. And once we complete the Azure Data Factory, we see the PySpark. So what is the distributed computing system? Okay, the term called big data. So once the big data arrived, so the era, kind of like completely it got changed, and how we deal with data. One second. Yeah. How the PySpark evolved, okay, like how the Hadoop system got into picture, and then how the Spark completely covered up the MapReduce system, okay, and we will be seeing the PySpark, okay, and then we'll go for Azure Databricks, okay, compare it to PySpark, okay, so PySpark will be we can run our own machine, okay, we need not to get our cluster set up, so we can run on our Windows machine, no worries on that. But going to Azure Databricks, that is a Azure service again, where we can still use the 10,000 credits or your free account to deploy the Azure Databricks, and we can run PySpark code on it, and we can see the Delta live tables, how we can create Delta live tables, which is the current, the storing mechanism in the IT era. And then Azure Synapse Analytics. So the Databricks is completely different ecosystem when we compared with Synapse Analytics. Synapse Analytics will come with complete bundle. Okay, the BI Azure SQL database, and then kind of like the Spark architecture, but it is kind of like serverless and managed, where we can deploy our workbooks, everything into Synapse Analytics. The few terms might be, unfamiliar for you when I say like cluster, notebook. Okay, so but don't worry on that. So when you just, we go into the course, so it will be very simple. Okay, so you will be getting all the details in detailed level. And then we also have the Microsoft Fabric, which is also kind of unified architecture from the Microsoft umbrella, where we can deploy the data flows, and then we can design the data engineering pipeline, and we can connect with Power BI, we can generate the reports. Okay, so we can do anything, okay, which we will be having complete setup for our business needs. Okay, so as I mentioned, applications. Okay, so every application is using data engineering. So you name it, like retail. Okay, so the retail can be offline markets or online markets, like which is e-commerce, like Amazon, Flipkart. Okay, and then logistics, you have Blue Dart, okay, DHL, and our Amazon delivery. Okay, and manufacturing, okay, and transportation, sensors, customer service. Okay, you name any industry, the data engineering and data analysis are the key things. Okay, without these, they don't exist in the current market. Okay, let's take one example, okay, and see like what it gonna do in, in a real time. Let's take logistics. Okay, so when you ordered in Amazon or any third party, website, so there will be one delivery, uh, kind of like delivery agent or delivery service. They will be delivering that particular product to you. Okay, you will be tracking that every time on your app. Okay, so where my product is, okay, whether that got dispatched or shipped or out for delivery. So every status, they will be updating, and it will be getting stored into Amazon server, and they will be processing that, and then they will be showing on your application. Okay, so sometimes it will be in a real time, okay, like Zomato. Okay, you will be ordering your food, and the real time map location of the delivery partner you will be seeing on the app. But in Amazon, it's not possible, but they will be showing only the status. Okay, whether your package is dispatched or shipped, where it is, okay, whether it is a nearest facility to you. So you will be just seeing the status. In some apps, you will be seeing the real time status of the delivery partner. Okay, how this will be, generating. Okay, so once you ordered ordered the product, so it will directly go to the seller. Okay, so this will happen by the streaming. So once you order the one particular product, it will directly trigger the database of seller, and they will be getting instant notification. Okay, this person ordered some product from you. Okay, and they will be packing, and they will be printing your address. Okay, they will be packing it, and then they will make ready for the agent, okay, delivery agent, who will be, collecting that particular package. And that particular guy comes into seller area, and then he will scan the product saying, okay, this product got dispatched. Okay, once dispatched, okay, if you see dispatched, it moved out of seller. Now it's in Amazon hands. Okay, so then it will, let's say like the product is coming from Chennai to Hyderabad. Okay, so it dispatched from seller who is residing in Chennai. Okay, and then it all the way, okay, it traveled all the long way and it reached the Hyderabad Amazon main facility, okay, warehouse, and they will be scanning it. Okay, it shipped. Now it got shipped. And again, it will be in a shipping stage, even if it receives in Hyderabad or, let's say like I'm staying near BHL. So there will be one delivery agent or delivery agency or one separate warehouse nearest to BHL. And again, from Hyderabad main facility warehouse to BHL. That is also a shipping stage. Okay, one person will be scanning the product. Okay, and that log will get stored into Amazon, and then it will be still in shipping phase. The final agent who will be delivering our product, he will be collecting and he will be scanning it, and same mention, I mean, he will mention out for delivery. Okay, he will be just choosing the option. Okay, now the status will show out for delivery. Okay, so everything happens, in sort of real time. Okay, whenever the agent scans the product and update the status, it will directly, you will be getting a push notification. So how this happens? Okay, so this happens because of the data engineer pipeline. Okay, for the streaming level or kind of like a batch processing. Okay, but most of the apps are works in real time, but we do have the batch processing. Okay, so once you order the products in application, so they will be aggregating on your top of the user ID. Okay, and they will be how much sales you generated. Okay, or how much revenue or how many products you ordered from Amazon. Okay, so there will be some aggregations which completely rely on the batch processing, but most of the applications will do in a real-time manner. Okay, we'll be seeing all sort of applications that data engineer we're gonna do. Okay, so that is one particular example or application example which I have taken, and the rest will be also the same. Okay, agriculture. You take the agriculture, so you will be having the sensors. Okay, how many hectares of land are cultivating some paddy? Okay, how many hectares of land cultivating some uh, kind of like any sort of fruits? Okay, so we'll be having all these sensors. Okay, collecting of data from different zones in India, and then storing it, and then we uh, store into the main servers, and then data engineer will collect this data and process it and transform it. Okay, and before transforming, we have to clean the data. Okay, so we need to make it consistent. Okay, let's say some user, okay, he went to some AP region and he entered paddy. Okay, but some user he mentioned rice. Okay, both are same. Okay, but the words are different, right? So we need to clean it up. Okay, how we will be cleaning it? And some user has mentioned paddy in a capital letters. Some user mentioned paddy in smaller case. Okay, so we need to make consistent the data across all the records. Okay, whatever we receive, and then we go for transformation. Okay, in transformation we have ETL and ELT. Okay, which you're going to see in some time now. Okay, the main, the ETL pipelines where we built. Okay, collecting of data, cleaning it, and transforming, and loading into destination table. Okay, so table or any sort of, okay, this going to destination. Okay, we will be using Azure Data Factory, okay, as a ETL, complete ETL pipeline. Okay, so that will be, there is no need of coding. Okay, but you need little bit of coding just to create the functions, to be precise. But it is just, the playground where you can just drag and drop the activities, different activities, and then configure it. Okay, so you don't want to do any sort of coding in Azure Data Factory. It is just, you will be having a canvas and then you need to design the pipeline. Okay, there will be activities tab and then you can just drag and drop it. Okay, and then as I mentioned, that is an ETL tool, and you can say just with one single click you can deploy it. Okay, and then you can run the pipeline. And whereas coming to Azure Databricks, okay, but this completely, turns the board. Here you need to code it. Okay, here you need to code in PySpark or Python or SQL or Scala. Okay, you we will be having different options in Databricks. Okay, where you can write your own programming to collect, again, to collect the data, to clean it, transform it, and deploy. Okay. Again, everything relies on CI/CD pipelines where we will be discussing like GitHub. Okay. Once we deploy or once we develop and we need to deploy, because real-time work is depend on the version control. Okay. So without GitHub, we won't exist as a data engineer or a developer as a professional. So we need to learn the GitHub as well to make that our code, most reliable and effective by using CI/CD pipelines. And you will be having some doubts. Okay, so by learning this course, okay, what will be salary range? Okay, but before going to salary range, okay, so what is the market capability for the data engineer? Okay, how market receives the data engineer? Okay, so we have the plenty of opportunities, okay, as a data engineer or for data analysis in a analysis as well. But since our training is mainly focusing on data engineers, even okay, we have more opportunities than the data analyst, and the salary package is also quite high for data engineers when we compare with data analytics. Okay, if you can see, for the basic fresher, okay, like fresher who got trained in Azure Data Engineering, so you can expect something near between like 4 to 5. Okay, but again, okay, you need to get into some at least like mid-level MNC. Okay, but the market standards are pretty high for the data engineering rather than just a full stack developer or some mainframes developer. Okay, but there are legacy systems we still have, but data engineering have a good salary range. Okay, you can expect pretty much amount. Okay, so you can just go through Google. Okay, and then you can type okay Azure Data Engineering job market as you can see in the uh, presentation. Okay, and also you can just search like Azure Data Engineering salary for the fresher. Okay, or you can just give your experience. Okay, so like for 2+ years of us experience Azure Data Engineering, how much salary you can expect? Okay, again, okay, you don't want to go to Google. Okay, you have ChatGPT in your mobile. Okay, just give it a query. Okay, the generative AI. And one more thing which I forgot to mention, agentic AI. Okay, so when we discuss in the Databricks topics, we have the agents over there. We can just use agentic AI for our need. Okay, so just not learning the Azure Data Engineering. So Azure Data Engineering exists 5 years back as well. But what makes the difference now by using the AI? Okay, so it's not just learning the things, but also like we need to learn AI and then use it for our development purpose. Okay, we'll be seeing that agents and how we can, develop the code by using agents in Databricks. Okay, uh, and then our course content. Okay, so I hope you received this uh, brochure already. Okay, so as I mentioned, so Azure Data Engineering, okay, we learn the skills to design and implementing the end-to-end data solutions, okay, in Microsoft Azure. Okay, definitely it focus, kind of building pipelines, okay, integrating data from different zones of different source and then transform and then load.
Boy, you said, leave a door.
Okay, iPhone 2, can you please mute yourself? Okay, and why it matters, as I mentioned, even when we compared with AWS, okay, we have the better market for the Azure data engineers, okay, which I am typically seeing uh, in the market. Okay, I'm just going to LinkedIn and see what are the opportunities are available. So in the 10 opportunities, okay, 6 or 7 completely going on Azure. Okay, because Microsoft is giving that, the scope where we will be connecting each and every application. So we have the Microsoft 365, which we will be using for Excel, okay, Teams, Outlook, and everything. Okay, so they will be just taking the Azure service as a add-on. Okay, can not add-on. They're just relying on the Microsoft only for even for the cloud. Okay, because Microsoft has complete ecosystem to build around. Okay, to for what not everything. Okay, AI, data engineering, data analysis. Okay, it has everything available in its cloud, and they will be deploying on a second level. Okay, and opportunities, as I mentioned, okay, you have the cloud data engineer. Okay, so since we are dealing with Azure and the data engineering. Okay. Uh, there is no much difference. Okay. Cloud data engineering and data engineer. So when you work on on-premises servers, you becomes a data engineer. When you work on the cloud, so you becomes cloud data engineer. Okay. And then data analyst also, because we are touching some BI concepts. Okay. So you will be get to know what is the BI and how we will be analyzing the data. Okay. So you will be identify the patterns or insights from data, and you will become a data analyst. Okay. You will be having that experience, just a kind of like you get, there will be some add-on point on your resume. Okay. So you will be having some experience or exposure to the data analyst. Okay. As I mentioned, business intelligence. Okay. So we have the Power BI. So we'll be just touching that as an overview. So you will be having that on your resume. Big data. Okay. So there is no point like, data engineer and big data. So we are relying on big data now everywhere. Okay, so we are working on the multi-node clusters. Okay, even in Databricks. Okay, our scalable cluster for ADF. Okay, which is a not a cluster, but it's a managed framework. Okay, but it's still uh, you know a kind of like the scaling. Okay, how we can scale our underlying compute engine. Okay, to work for us. Okay, and then ETL developer, we will be creating the ETL. Okay, so learning one thing, okay, you becomes different professionals, right? Okay, so those are the opportunities, but mainly focus. Okay, your profile tagline should be like Azure Data Engineer, so everything will be good. And as I mentioned, okay, some of you can be like fresh graduates, okay, or some of you having, say, let's say like non-IT background, or some of you having a career gap, okay, you might be preparing for public sector exams, okay, by whatever the means, okay, you will be, we will be dealing a course from every topic from scratch, okay, you need not to worry on anything, okay, we cover everything from scratch, so it suits best for you, okay. And if you have any doubts, okay, we can, by end of every day, okay, session, we will be having some at least like 5 to 10 minutes of uh, doubt clearing sessions, okay, or whatever the topic which we covered on that particular day. And after learning, okay, so after learning, what you will be doing, okay, you can build and okay, you can design and build scalable data pipelines. Okay, what is a scalable? Okay, the term called scalable, you will be learning in, when we go into the big data. So you need to understand what is the big data and what is this scaling. Okay, so you need to understand that first. Okay, if I overfeed you now, so your brain can't take it uh, as a key, but you will be designing, end-to-end pipeline. Okay, no matter what the source is. Okay, so no matter what the data comes in, okay, which format of data, or how the size of the data. Okay, but your pipeline will be handling that. Okay, and as I mentioned, transform and clean, those are the most important functions, or the topics which we have to cover, okay, as a data engineer. It's not just collecting from one source and then loading into somewhere. Okay, we need to clean and transform, right? So and then implement data storage. Okay, the main storage layer. Okay, we'll be seeing that everything. Okay, and tools, coming to tools, like the main thing is Azure Data Factory and Azure Databricks. Okay, those two are your main core tools to learn. And Azure Synapse. Okay, Azure Data Lake as a storage layer, and then monitor. Okay, like whatever the pipelines we deploy in the Azure Data Factory, we have to monitor it. Okay, so how it is running. Okay, so we will be seeing that in the monitoring tab. And to do any sort of connection, let's say like you are connecting Azure SQL from Azure Data Factory. Okay, so you need some authentication, like just username, password. Okay, so every time you logging in phone, you will be giving your pattern or pin or your face ID. Okay, so that is our authentication. Okay, so the system is trying to authenticate you, whether the user is, whoever trying to open, is the genuine person or not. Okay, in the same manner, we also we will be using username and password. Okay, whenever we are connecting to SQL. Okay, SQL Server, okay, it cannot be SQL Server all the time, any database. Okay, so to whenever we expose, okay, our credentials, so it will be some data breach may happen. So that's why like we use Azure Key Vault service, okay, to store our credentials safely, and then we can just use non-credential words. Okay, we will be seeing that know how it will be in UI and how we can use it. Okay, so also like we'll be having the real world projects. Okay, so it's not just like okay writing the query. Okay, so you need to have some purpose. Okay, why we are writing this query. Okay, so what is the use of this? So we'll be taking one scenario. Okay, so one scenario, and we want to do some a kind of transformations. Okay, we need to do some aggregation. Okay, for the business need. Okay, so everything will be in a scenario level only. Okay, it's not just like okay, this is a select query, you have to learn it. Okay, but there should be some kind of like scenario or usage of that particular query. So I will be giving that scenarios for each and every topic. Okay, what we're gonna learn. And then these are the the main course curriculum from the SQL. Okay, we'll start with DBMS. Okay, what initially like we have the files. Okay, and then what are its drawbacks and how it evolved into DBMS. Okay, where we can store the physical large data in a physical format. Okay, or even the logical ways. Okay, so we will be seeing all type of data models. Okay, so the main thing is relational database, okay, where we'll be doing SQL, okay, and then ER models, okay. So these are kind of like relationship between two tables, okay. While we are joining, like how we'll be joining the tables, and I whatever the data which I'm going to provide you as a demo database, okay, you will be having this ER diagram also. Okay, so which table is connected to which table and how on which column, okay, and how you can connect it. So every detail will be available in this ER diagram. Okay, and SQL Server. Okay, so it's we can install the SQL Server and compared to Oracle. So what is the difference? Okay, and what are the advantages and disadvantages? Okay, but SQL Server accepts T-SQL, okay, which we're gonna see in some time in the course curriculum. Okay, so but whereas like PostgreSQL, okay, or kind of like MySQL, so they will be handling ANSI SQL. Okay, language is same, okay, but typing of query little different. Okay, that is a T-SQL transaction SQL we call it, and ANSI format is one type of format SQL. Okay, we'll be seeing those. Okay, the what is the difference between T-SQL and ANSI SQL, and how we can connect. Okay, which tool we gonna use like to connect into the SQL Server and then get data. Okay, and then authentication modes. Okay, so this is what SQL Server authentication mode when I say username and password. Okay, and then Windows authentication mode. Since when you install SQL Server on your machine, so it knows if the user of this particular system logged in, so he is the user which is using this SSIS, okay, SSMS tool, okay, which is the UI tool where we can connect to SQL Server database and then we can write the query. So that is all. That is Windows authentication mode, which we're gonna see in detail when we doing into the course, and login password. Okay, this is what I mentioned. SSMS. Okay, SQL Server Management Studio, which is a UI tool to connect our database and query and fetch result and view the result. Okay, and we have different panes over there. Okay, Object Explorer, details, okay, query editor. Okay, which we will be seeing. As I mentioned, SQL Server will be using T-SQL. Okay, T-SQL commands, which is a transact structure query language, that is SQL. Okay, we call it SQL. Okay, and what is the futures? Okay, we'll be seeing like how we define the data. Okay, manipulate the data and control the data. Okay, so that is what each and every detail. Okay, so don't bother about it. Okay, by seeing the the huge curriculum, but still, it is very easy. Okay, so when you create a data, okay, or when you giving command to the SQL Server. Okay, SQL Server can just create a table. Okay, that is what data definition. Okay, we call it as like DDL statements. Okay, you will be learning this DDL statements when we go into the SQL much more into the course. And then manipulation. Okay, if you are doing some updates, okay, kind of like updates or deletes, whatever. So that will be manipulation. And then if you are just querying the data, select star. Okay, that will be query, just in query. And if you want to control, okay, let's say like you want to control the access permissions of different user. Okay, so DCL, we call it as a DCL commands. Okay, so we'll be having based on the command or based on the query type. So we just segregated those buckets. Okay, so nothing else. And then as I mentioned, creating database. Okay, and then you can updating the database. Altering is update. Okay, but the term in professional way is altering, but in regular fashion in the layman terms that is updating. Okay, or changing its configuration, simple. Okay, and if you want, okay, you didn't like the database you created, okay, you can delete it. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, and then constraints, what are the constraints? And we have not null unique primary key. Okay, so we have different constraints and we see everything in detail. Okay, creating the table, okay, altering the table and then deleting the table, right? So everything, create, altering, delete. Okay, create is what DDL, altering is what DML or DCL sometimes, and then deleting, okay, that is also comes into DCL bucket. Okay, you are just changing it. And so inserting, okay, so okay, if just creation of table doesn't complete the data engineering work. Okay, you need to have some data in it, so we can insert the data. Okay, and then we can create a columns. Okay, user ID, let's say like student ID, student name, subject, marks, rank. Okay, so these columns we can create, and on different options like delete and truncate, okay, which we will be seeing everything in detail. Okay, when we go into the SQL. Okay, you can just go through this. Okay, for the SQL level and the aggregation, as I mentioned. Okay, as I mentioned, like in Amazon application section. Okay, so there will be this particular user, how many orders he kept. Okay, that's where aggregation comes. Okay, user ID, count of orders, number of orders, sum of revenue, okay, total revenue, okay, that got generated from this user. Okay, so we will be getting those aggregations. Okay, and group by. Okay, so when we say aggregations, we need group by. Okay, so what is this group by? What is this having clause? Okay, again, everything from the course perspective, and then joining different tables. Okay, different type of joins, subqueries. Okay, and performance. Okay, that's where this index comes in. Okay, to enhance the perform of our query. Okay, so when we by creating the index on top of the table. Okay, so what is this index and how this will enhance the performance of the query? Okay, it's not just like building the pipeline or building a query to transform the data. Okay, it is also your query should efficiently run. Okay, within a within less time. Okay, so efficiency in the sense, okay, it has to run within less time as much as possible. Okay, but I cannot say, okay, we cannot hardly define, okay, query should learn code, query should execute in 3 seconds, okay, or 10 seconds or 1 minute. Okay, we cannot hardly define that time frame, but based on the complexity which we gonna give in the query, so it has to take as minimum as time. Okay, as much as possible. Okay, so that is what efficiency means. Okay, and views. Okay, what are the tables and what are the views? Okay, and then programming, we have if else condition, if, okay, if this, what, then that. Okay, so we'll be seeing that conditional mechanisms, how we can operate the workflow. Okay, and we can see everything like user defined functions. Okay, triggers. Okay, whenever something happens, we need to trigger that. Okay, so that is what trigger. And okay, that's what pretty much into SQL. Okay, so everything again, as I said, we'll be covering everything in detail. Okay, but after finishing the SQL, the main programming language is Python. Okay, where what is Python and how it evolves, like how it overcome Java uh in some technologies like ML, okay, and then data operations. Okay, we will be seeing that. Okay, and the basic Python language programs. Okay, what are the data types it accepts, and the data structures like list, tuple, dictionaries. Okay, we have those, and where we will be using in Python. Okay, and how it differs from Java. Okay, so what are the technology functional difference? Okay, not a technical. Okay, both are technically both are programming languages. Okay, so you give command, it will execute. Okay, but functionally how it differs. Okay, so how Java executes, but how Python executes. Okay, there is a difference. Okay, so we will be seeing that. Okay, and downloading. Okay, in Windows or Mac both, and the inbuilt Python IDE, or you can just go through online Python compiler. You can go online there with that, but we'll be using Jupyter Notebook. Okay, we'll be having a lot more advantages when we compare with default IDE or even online compiler. Okay, or even different tools, whatever mentioned here. Okay, so we'll be using Jupyter Notebook completely. Okay, for Python, but we will be just touching up the spider PyCharm. Okay, and also like if you like, these are just IDs. Okay, both are uh, participant Kirti or someone like, can I start AI companion? Abram, if you are available.
Yeah, yeah, sorry, tell me.
Yeah, like someone has requested to start AI companion. I don't know who requested. So should I start it or did I?
Oh, no, not required. You can continue. So you
Okay.
can scroll down. So you can scroll down a little bit first. Look. So we are going to cover just, I will cover in 2 minutes these things. So we will cover all the Python things from scratch to end. So can you scroll down? Can you scroll down? Yeah. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Just go for complete the Python. Complete Python. You can ignore it. So you can go through the course content. We will share it to all the people. Kirti will share you. So just we will giving a demo for what we are going to cover. What are the services we are offering, and you can scroll down. You can scroll down, scroll down, scroll down.
This will be the better.
So if you want to teach demo means it will take 5 to 6 hours. If you want to demo means it should be a 1 hour. Yeah, not more. Yeah. So coming to the after data. So Python, we are covering the Databricks and all. So can you go a little bit up? Little bit up. Yeah. So Databricks, we are going to cover. The topics are Databricks. Yeah. Databricks topics, Delta Lakes, we are covering, and cluster management and notebooks versioning, and everything from the Azure Databricks architecture point of view. So Data Factory, Databricks, Python, SQL, almost if you look at all the 54 pages, can you scroll down the last page, please? Last page. Last page. Yeah. So we are, yes, we are, yes, yes. Yes, we can close this. We can go to this PPT. We can continue that.
Okay. So as you can see the course content, as mentioned by Abhiram. So you can just go to that and you can see the topic wise. Okay. So if I if I tell age and everything, it will take time. But we will be touching every topic in detail in the course. Okay. So this will be your pipeline. Okay. So connecting to the SQL Server by using Azure Data Factory, and what is this? Okay, different medals. Okay, you saw in Olympics. Okay, we call it as medallion architecture. Okay, so what is this medallion architecture and how we deploy or how we develop this? Okay, we'll be seeing everything, and by using Azure Databricks. Okay, as mentioned, by using PySpark. Okay, this will be our kind of like ETL pipeline. Okay, which we're gonna develop, and don't confuse or don't get overwhelmed by seeing this. Okay, these are the tools or the services that Azure gonna provide for us. Okay, so how we can use it? Okay, so this is a source and this is a compute where we'll be doing operation. Okay, and this is can be one more kind of like transform, okay, the Databricks, okay, which we're gonna use mainly, and storage, okay, and security, networking, okay. So we have different sections, okay. We'll be touching those topics, and these are, few screenshots for Azure Cloud. Just you can have a look on it, like how the storage account UI. But again, as I mentioned, we'll be seeing that in detail in course. Okay. About cloud upskill. So Abram, you will be the best fit guy to uh to touch this one.
Yeah, sure. So can you go next slide? I will explain
Yeah.
you. So yeah. So from our side, see, this is the course why you design this much course length means. So this one word I can say like how we are course designed by like any is something like a PG diploma course, how they designed like same thing we are designed like this. So if you after completing this course properly, if you people are practicing properly, and you can able to crack your job your own, you can get the package up to 40 lakhs easily. So that much strength is there within this course. Okay, that is from the basic level, from the how we declare the print statement to if conditions, while loops, all the logic we are maintaining in the Python side, SQL side, Data Factory side, Databricks side, Synapses, everything we are covering. So if you prepare the resume, those who are in non-IT side, maybe Wipro or some X company, whatever the company you are working, non-IT, just keep the 4 years, whatever or 3 years experience, you are working non-IT side. Whatever the course we are covering, you can keep that experience onto the IT side. You will get arams, you will get like 20-25 lakhs package. So you should practice the things. See, that's a major thing you should practice. From our side we are giving our best to students, so we are teaching almost 60 days of this course, and every weekend Saturday Sunday we are working round the clock. So on Saturday Sunday also we are conducting the exams, and almost all like 16 weeks 16 tests we are covering, almost 8,000 MCQ questions are there, like on each and every topic like SQL, Data Factory, Databricks. You should complete those tests. And we are offering like one Cloud Upskill app on your Play Stores. You can download that Play Store, and our admin team will configure your username, password according to your feasibility. And then once you logged in this app in your mobile, or we are providing free tablet Cloud Upskill, and once you this there will be inbuilt configured Cloud Upskill app inside the tab. So if you missed any class, we are not using any Google Drive or something else sharing or something like that. We are directly can able to access from the tab lifetime access. Like once you see this visualization point of view, very beautiful. So once you missed any class, you can catch that class into the app. All the materials, assignments, everything you can catch it in tablet or in your mobile. That's up to your choice. This is lifetime access for you all. So coming to the course materials, SAR will give you like assignments, tasks, and real-time projects. So pilot projects he will give you. So you should practice those stuff. Everything will be shared to you. And along with that, hard copy of one materials and book also shared to your doorstep by my admin team. So coming to the this, once you completed this course, we are conducting like a mock interview. So once you are familiar, once you completed all the tests, once you study this materials and practice this pilot projects, all the stuff, we are going to take virtual interviews for each and every candidate. Okay. So next, any slide? Any more slides are there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are going to prepare a resume building from our support. So I am the person connecting to all the people for the resume assistance. What are the projects need to keep from the where? What is your background? What is the project? How can you explain in the interview? That the things I will take care of those things. So SAR will be taking care of this training part. So 100% assistance means, so if you go through my website like Cloud Upskill, so we are posting all the job opportunities there. So where and all the openings are there, whatever the companies are offering like Azure Data Engineer side, Data Factory, Databricks, any openings are there, please follow my website. There is a one tab is there, job openings. Under the job openings, if you click on there, if you see the all the jobs related to the Azure side, whatever the courses we are teaching, so all the courses related jobs are we are posting there. So just you can apply from there. And once you got schedule the call, and any doubts related to the interview, you can reach out to us. So how the intro pattern, so how can you clear the interview? So can give all the interview questions to you. You can prepare yourself, attend the interview. Any doubts after, if you're not able to clear that interview, you can reach out to our admin team, Kirti or Manikanta, and you can come to us and we will help you. So suppose, sir, I can't explain the time versioning or Delta Lake, something like any issue like acid transactions, or I'm unable to explain. So we'll help you out. How can you answer the next interview better? Okay, like this will prepare you. So we are charging the only the course fees, but we are ready to empower the all the students. So we want to, so educate every student should get a job. So we are not charging every time. So only the person who are paying the course fees till you get a job, we are giving the services. So no institute, no one is providing in India. So like this, because everyone running a batch, completing a batch, starting a new batch. But we are completing a batch, after that also we are caring for you. So till you get a job, that is our main motto. Yeah, complete. Next slide, please. Yeah, it is a free tab. And next thing, lifetime recordings we are providing. Course materials we are giving a doorstep, as I said earlier. Weekly assessments we are conducting from online portal. Mock interview test we are conducting. And resume building, I am taking care of that. So 100% placement means we are posting wherever the openings are there, and we are posting in our communities and our website. If you go, just follow our website, whatever the openings are there, there is a two people are working under that, and they are posting whatever the openings are there on all the MNCs. Just follow my page, you will get all the notifications related to the stuff. So once you completed, you will get like a certification from the Cloud Upskill. Yeah. So, and one more thing, we are posting, just follow our YouTube channel. Every day we are posting these job opportunities in YouTube channel as well. And we are posting a daily one interview questions as well. Like what is data proc, what is BigQuery, what is data vision related to all the cloud skill stuff. So Python related stuff, SQL related stuff, big data stuff, Google Cloud stuff, AWS stuff, Azure stuff. We are related to all the related stuff we are trying to post. So every day, every student should learn at least one question. That is my main motto. So you should see what is big care architecture. At least you should understand one line of statement, each and every question daily, one day, at least one question. See, I'm also a busy person, but at least I am taking some time. I am trying to shoot one question I am giving to the students. So because I need to educate all the students, and come all the cloud related stuff like AWS cloud, Google cloud, Azure cloud. Because the market is, because of Anthropic AI or any other AI tools are coming nowadays, jobs are nowadays, layoffs is happening. So when AI comes also, when the cloud, if you are stuff, you are good at like cloud, jobs will be very secured. So next 20 years, cloud will be very good, very, I can say very, opportunities are very good. So if you are strong in this area, if AI comes or something comes, there is no fear at all. So we'll be survive next 10 years easily. So that's why we are only focusing on majorly cloud related stuff, educating and empowering all the students. Coming to the next. Yeah. So we are going to launch Udemy courses, like Cloud Upskill, Udemy courses, Azure Data Engineer courses into the Udemy channel as well. So you can watch it out, our Cloud Upskill there. So those who are enrolled, and Kirti will share you like a link to you, and we'll give you a free so once you enroll this course, you will get like a lifetime access, free access. We are giving a coupon code to you once you are enrolled these courses. So that's a Udemy also, complimentary for you. Yeah. So here there is a job in Cloud Upskill website. There is a job openings tab is there. If you click on there, so whatever the job openings are there, you can get all the notifications. Can you scroll down? Yeah. So whatever the companies openings are there, data engineer, you're posting. Just click on this. You can apply all the jobs. So any doubts, you can ask me or sir also.
Yeah, that's great, Abram. So, yeah, as mentioned, so you will be getting complete 360-degree support from the Cloud Upskill. Okay, so just kind to enroll to the course. Okay, and learn the data engineer and secure the good best job. Okay, If you have any doubts, okay, we can just go through that quickly.
Hi, yeah, this is
Eh,
Diksha. I have one doubt because at present I was working in a healthcare domain with this ADF stuff. Thing
mhm.
is, like, to work on ADF, we need the access of that tool, right? So when I was going through the access, they were saying that it's for only 1 month free trial.
Yeah.
So how about that? You people will guide us to fetch that 1 month free trial, or like we need to go with like purchasing the role? Is it 1 month is enough to get good number of hands on that ATF pipelines and creating pipeline
Yeah.
stuffs?
Yes.
1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute, Diksha. So you are asking
Yeah.
about the Data Factory account.
Yes, yes. Azure
So
Data
once
Factory.
that account is over, once the 30 days is over, you can create one more account from another card.
Uh, okay. Okay,
So
actually, I was
just see
planning
if
to.
the
Mhm.
Databricks account will be 1 year. So that is not a problem. Coming to the Data Factory, once the account is expired, you can create from another card, another account.
Okay, okay. Yeah, actually, I was planning to connect with some students login so that I can get 1 year
Yeah,
free trial on
see,
that account.
everyone
Right?
is they're practicing their own workspace, right? So if
Hmm.
anyone is giving from, if you contact Kirti, if any, see, if any account is free, we will share it to you because there is every
Okay.
time free trial account. I can create one more time. That's it.
Okay, we'll check that. And like, how many projects we will be getting in hands on?
See here, project. If you say like everything is a pilot projects, open source projects.
Mhm.
He is teaching. Like, see, if
Okay.
you're teaching one, if you're related, only the project means if you want to take it means it is not only this cloud upskill. If you want to teach only the projects related stuff, it will take 1 year.
No, no, it's not a problem. Like, it
Normally,
is
yeah,
only
let me
for like.
complete. So here, what happening? The concept where we are using, where we are fitting this one. So everything is explained. One related real time scenario. Everything I designed for real time scenarios. So
Mm-mm-mm.
combination end of this one, he will show the how we are accessing. See, we are taking if you take middle and architecture, there are three layers like silver layer, gold layer, bronze layer. So how we are these three layers together, how we are performing, he will show you to you. So the middle and architecture project, he will show you like this. So first initially, he will show you like a bronze layer, silver layer, gold layer. So
Okay.
after this, how we are integrating three together, how we are integrating three things to the Power BI integration or Azure Synapse integration. So one by one is teaching. After this, combining all those components together, it's become like a one project.
Okay.
So because project in the something, if you go for any company XYZ, so project is something like it's not a one component, combination of all the things. Say some projects
Correct,
they're
correct.
using
Yeah.
combination of Synapses and Power BI. Some projects they're using only the Databricks. Some projects they're using only depends upon the Data Factory and SQL. Like that the combination.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
If I have any doubts on like the live projects, can I go? Can I ask the thing here, right? So if actually I was working on the same like migration structures here, but whatever you said, like we don't use Power BI, we are just moving
We
into
see,
file to our database or other things.
one more thing, Diksha. See, you whatever related to the stuff we can ask, but so I am you are executing one.
No,
You are we can't do job support here. See, we are
no,
working
no.
something.
I'm not saying this is job support. I was not asking about the job support. I was just telling that the real time scenarios, like I was going into some other real time scenarios, which is on my hand. So parallel, I wanted to go through like complete the ADF skills here. So I was not good. I was not completely into ADF my part. I was
Yeah, you
immediately
are. Yeah, I
parallel working.
understand.
So to
Yes, yes. One.
understand the real time projects, how it works, I was not into that part. So I want to know how ADF works on that categories. So that's why I was into this project, like into this course. I
You are
was
working
asking
in
that.
ADF now.
Not directly in ADF. I was just doing the we have pipelines here. I was just migrating only for my MRTs, like my bookmarks, the one which I was hands on.
What you worked on ADF? Can you tell me at least 1 minute of time? What you work in ADF? Like in like you were saying that you're working now. So whether you handle the CSV files or parquet files, what you worked? Hello, hello, hello.
Mm, um, might be some mic issue or
No.
Diksha, I think Diksha is speaking. I think maybe I can't hear. So
Okay.
if you
In
are
meantime,
one
anyone?
one thing,
Yeah,
one thing.
yes, Abram.
So Diksha, if you are working at ADF, so it's good because completely the ADF is a drag and drop tool. It's good. If you are not working, also you can join. And see, coming to the more weightage is for Databricks. If you keep 1 year experience, one project in the Databricks, if you keep 2 projects in Data Factory, that's more than enough to get a more than 25 lakhs package because Databricks is a command related stuff. How we are creating same thing we are creating in the Databricks because some kind of stuff command related that is not too much
Uh, Hello,
yeah, yeah,
is my audible? Is my voice audible now?
yeah.
Okay.
Hello, tell me, Diksha.
Yes, sorry. I was saying that, yes, I was saying just we have a copy data. From copy data, I was just moving my CSV file from CSV to a SQL Server. And sometimes, whether if I want some data from SQL Server to Oracle, I was just doing only the basic steps of here, like whatever the MRTs which I was presently working on, but not deeply into creating the pipelines. I know just how it works, but I'm not aware of the components or the connections, how it is
Okay,
working there.
okay, okay, done. Okay,
Yeah.
you can ask, no problem.
Oh, okay.
Any more doubts?
Yeah. Any questions?
Yeah, it is really completed within 60 days of time. Yeah, we need to complete a lot of things, right?
Yes, like you can expect something like 55 to 60. Okay. So no worries on that. On the time frame.
Yeah, okay, sure. Thank you.
If you, yeah, Pavan, if you look at this Python, uh, we are covering all the things: list, set, tuple, dictionary, and these are the things we can
Yeah.
cover it in one day. Because what is list? What is immutable or immutable? If you take this, we can explain one real-time example. We can go for a dictionary, key comma value format. How can you sort the without using predefined function? Something like if you take one real-time scenario, you can go it like this. We can complete each and every topic. Sir will go further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking
Yes,
you.
yes, we are going to
You
complete all
frame
the
you frame
because
like that only each and every point.
our aim is to targeting each and every topic and
Hmm.
majorly focusing on the SAR will stresses on the ఇంటర్వ్యూ ప్యాటర్న్ సైడ్ ఎక్కడ ఏది బాగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి ఇంటర్వ్యూలో ఎక్కడ అడుగుతున్నారు ఎస్పెషల్గా ఎక్కడ అడుగుతారు సో
Hmm.
అక్కడ ఎక్కువ టైం స్పెండ్ చేస్తారు రిమైనింగ్
Okay.
టైం దగ్గర కొంచెం అలా చెప్తా వెళ్తా ఉంటారు ఎక్కడైతే మనకు స్ట్రెస్ ఉంటుందో ఇక్కడైతే బాగుంది ఇక్కడ బాగా ఎక్కువ ఫోకస్ చేస్తున్నారు డెల్టా లెక్ మీద డేటా లెక్ జెన్ 2 మీద అక్కడ బాగా ఎక్కువసేపు చెప్తారు సో అలా
అదే
మొత్తం అంతా
అది
కవర్
మీ
అవుతుంది
కోర్స్
ఎండ్ ఆఫ్
కోర్స్
ద డే
స్ట్రక్చర్ అంతా మీరు డీటెయిల్ గా పెట్టున్నారు కదా, అదంతా
కంప్లీట్గా
కవర్ చేస్తారా?
ఎస్
అలా
అన్ని
కవర్
కవర్
చేసేందుకు ఎక్కువ టైం అయిపోతుంది కదా అని నా ఉద్దేశం అండి, అంతే,
అంటే
దానికి మించి
సార్
ఏం
యొక్క
లేదు.
ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీని బట్టి ఒక రోజు ఎక్కువసేపు తీసుకుంటారు
Hmm.
వీకెండ్స్ లో కానీ అట్లా సార్ ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీని బట్టి 60 days లోనే 60 రికార్డింగ్స్ 60 వీడియోసే ఉంటాయి మీ యాప్లో అందుకని మించి అయితే ఉండదు 60 ప్లసెస్
ఓకే.
లోనే కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి ఎందుకంటే మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ బ్యాచ్ స్టార్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి కదా సో
అవునవును.
యా ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు అందరూ చాలా మంది ఏంటంటే 60 days కూడా వెయిట్ చేయని వాళ్ళు కూడా ఉన్నారు మా కాల్స్ వస్తుంటాయి సార్ 30 days లో చెప్పేస్తారా అంటారు 30 days లో చెప్పేస్తాం కానీ 30 days లో ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకోవాలి 60 daysకే చాలా మందికి వర్కౌట్ అవట్లేదు
ఓకే, గాట్ ఇట్.
Yeah, any doubts? Shiva, Pavan Kumar, Prasad, Jogendra, Sai Krishna, Suresh, Farakiddin, Pooja, Gangadhar, Madhu, Tanvi.
I have a question. So when we go to an interview, they'll be mostly asking real-time scenarios or explain your project, right? So if we learn this course, then how can we explain a project or something if they ask in the interview?
Yes, I will connect after once you completed this course. Uh, everything will once you completed the course, I will connect you, not from the SAR point of view. I will explain the resume point of view. How can you explain each and every person one-to-one interaction?
Okay. So why I have asked this question is, as you told, like we are not doing any real-time projects or some sample projects as we are not doing.
Sample projects, we are doing like pilot projects here. So
Okay.
that's what I'm explaining. See, some people we are assigning some healthcare projects, some people we are explaining you standard chartered banking domain, some people will explain healthcare domain. So I will interact each and every person. Maybe I can create a Diksha. I can give you like healthcare project. So maybe I can connect with Madhu. Maybe I want to understand one-to-one interaction. That's what.
Okay. 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 Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions, if you have any?
So the course timings will be the same. I mean, from 7 a.m. to
Yeah, I mean, the course will be 7:30 to 8:30.
okay.
Just for the demo session, I have some work, so 7 to 8. Sorry for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Thank you.
And Abram, like the course will be starting from 25th, right? So
Kirti or Manikanta can answer to this, sir.
Yes, sir. 25th నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది.
okay. Okay. Any other? Prasad, just you unmute yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Hi,
Hi.
this is Prasad. Sir, actually, I want to know that AWS is one of the part of cloud DevOps, like is one of the part, right? Because I'm from non-IT background. I
Mhm.
just want to know that I can go with directly with AWS or DevOps. I don't know actually. Please explain me, or I'll get a. I'm from BCom Computers and currently working in another field not related to this from the past 10 years. Is it okay for me, or
Yeah,
can I get
so
any
you
other
want
courses?
yeah, Prasad, you want a clarity on the comparison between DevOps and Azure Data Engineer, right?
Yeah, exactly. And also, which is suitable for me according to my present scenario to get a job.
Sure. So one thing I'm saying, coming to the DevOps side, there is a two types of roles are there. One is build and release engineer, one is infrastructure engineer. So the olden days in 2017, 16's time, there is a build and release engineer time means like a Git and Jenkins point of view was there. So there is a separate engineer there. They will build the pipeline, they clone the code and they tile into the artifacts into the server. See, nowadays, each and every developer who are working either Java developer or whatever the developer, they are only building the pipelines they are deploying. There is no separate build and release engineer jobs in the market nowadays. So they're integrated. There is saturated the jobs because there is not many jobs for the see mainframes and informatica, whatever the other courses are there, they're saturated. There are not many openings for that. Same thing like that. There are not many jobs for the build and release engineer. Only some kind of jobs are available in Azure DevOps is infrastructure related stuff. That is like a site reliability engineer. If you look at the Naukri or Monster or LinkedIn, if you go there, there is a site reliability engineer jobs are there. SRE jobs we can see. So that is something like admin kind of things. So infrastructure engineer or site reliability engineer, whatever we can call it out, that is something like a admin related stuff. So we want to manage our provisioning of all the infrastructure related to the that project related stuff. Something is goes down, something is any issues and production level, you need to take care of those stuff. So there is see if in 10 members in the team, you are one person or two persons in the team, mostly one or two person in the team, they're taking care of the SRE jobs because this is a little bit hectic job. So you should take care of this every infrastructure capabilities, subnet settings, IPv4 settings, IPv6 setting, firewalls rules, something is fail. You need to connect everything there. We need to check it everything there. So we need to check the health monitoring checkups, quality checks in SonarCube, everything. So many components are there. You should aware of all those components. You should take care of this. So if you want to see everyone from switching from non-IT to IT, so you are learning the course not only cloud skill wherever you go. So if you're learning some course, if you are switching to the any IT company, you will struggle to manage. See, getting a job is easy. Surveying a job also, getting a job is easy. Surveying a job is very important.
That's
So
what that's. Yes.
once you are get the job, if you quit it within 2 months, you will be not only. I'm not talking about the Prasad. I'm talking about the overall scenario, real fact. I'm talking about. And once you get a job, if you lose the job within matter of 2 months, you can't. Maybe you are unable to work there because of too much work pressure or too many things are there. You'll be frustrated. You will be back to the again non-IT side. You will search for okay. ఐటీ నాకు సెట్ అవ్వదు, నేను బ్యాక్ వచ్చేసాను, నేను చేయలేకపోయానని కొంతమంది ఒక 100% అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 100 పీపుల్లో ఒక 10% పీపుల్ దగ్గర మనం వింటా ఉంటాం. ఏంటంటే దే
Yeah.
ఆర్ నాట్ చూసింగ్ ద గైడ్ లైన్స్ అనమాట. చెప్పే వీళ్ళు లేక సంథింగ్ ఏది వెళ్ళాలి ఏది వెళ్ళకూడదు అని తెలియక రాంగ్ డైరెక్షన్లో వెళ్ళి చేతులు కాల్చుకుని మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ వచ్చి చూసుకునే లోపల జీవితం పోతుంది. నా దగ్గర నేను ఓపెన్ చెప్తున్నాను, మా దగ్గర జాయిన్ అయినా ఓపెన్ నేను ఓపెన్గా చెప్పాను, మీరు ఎక్కడైనా జాయిన్ అవ్వండి, దీనికి ఉన్న అడ్వాంటేజెస్ చెప్తున్నా. నా దగ్గరే జాయిన్ అవ్వమని నేను చెప్పట్లేదు, మా దగ్గరే. సో నేనేం చెప్తున్నానంటే ఎజూర్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్కి వచ్చేది ఏంటంటే ఫ్యూచర్ ఉంటుంది. సార్ ఎందుకు ఉంటుందని మీరు అంటున్నారు అని మీరంటే, ఇది డేటా లోడింగ్ టెక్నిక్స్, అది అక్కడ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ప్రొవిజనింగ్ ఒకటే ఓపెనింగ్ ఇంకే ఉంటుంది ప్రాజెక్ట్ మొత్తం మీద. ఇక్కడ డేటా లోడింగ్ ఏంటంటే ఈ రోజున కూలి పని చేసుకునే దగ్గర నుంచి తాపీ మేస్త్రి వరకు అందరూ ఫోన్ వాడుతున్నారు. డేటా యూజ్ చేసిన వాళ్ళు ఎవరో యూజ్ చేయకుండా ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఎవరో లేరు. ఇప్పుడు మీరు జనరల్గా చూడాలంటే యూట్యూబ్ షార్ట్స్, ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ రీల్స్, ఈవెన్ మ్యాటర్ ఆఫ్ అందరూ చూస్తున్నారు. సో డేటా యూసేజ్ పెరిగింది. సో డేటా లోడింగ్ టెక్నిక్స్, మనం ఇక్కడ ఎజూర్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్ అంటే ఏంటంటే మీకు అర్థం అవ్వాలంటే డేటా లోడింగ్ టెక్నిక్స్ అనమాట. సో ఇక్కడ అంతా ఒక వేర్ హౌస్ లాంటిది డిజైన్ చేసి క్లౌడ్లో డిఫరెంట్ సోర్సెస్ ఆఫ్ డేటా అని ఉంటుంది. అది పార్క్యూట్ అవ్వచ్చు, సిఎస్సి అవ్వచ్చు, ఎక్సెల్ అవ్వచ్చు, సీక్వెల్ సర్వర్లో డేటా అవ్వచ్చు, ఒరాకిల్ డేటా అవ్వచ్చు. ఆ డేటా అంతా కన్సల్టేట్ చేసి ఒక చోట తీసుకొస్తున్నాం, ఒక టూల్స్ వాడి లేదంటే కమాండ్స్ వాడి. లోడింగ్ టెక్నిక్స్ ఒక పర్సన్ చేయలేడు. ఒక ఒక బ్యాంక్ ఆఫ్ అమెరికా అవ్వచ్చు, లేదంటే వాల్మార్ట్లో డేటా అవ్వచ్చు. సో ఏదైనా ఒక డేటాని ఒక్క సెగ్మెంట్, ఒక బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ డేటాను మూవ్ చేయాలంటే మినిమం 100 మెంబర్స్ ఉండాలి టీంలో. సో అందరికీ ఆ చిన్న చిన్న వర్క్ ఇస్తారు, ఆ ఫైల్స్ ఇస్తారు, ఈ పలానా వర్టికల్ లోడ్ చేయండి, పలానా వర్టికల్ లోడ్ చేయండి. సో టీమ్ కొలాబరేషన్ ఉంటుంది, వర్క్ ప్రెషర్ ఉండదు. సో దట్స్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు సే. సో ఇక్కడ వర్క్ ప్రెషర్ ఉండదు, టీమ్ కొలాబరేషన్ ఉంటుంది, చిన్న స్మాల్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ వర్క్ ఇస్తారు. సో ఆ వర్క్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు కూడా మీకు చిన్న డౌట్ వచ్చినా సరే ఈజీగా వర్క్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, ఏ టూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఈ రోజున. సో జాబ్ సర్వే అవ్వగలుగుతారు, జాబ్ రావటమే కాదు జాబ్ సర్వే అవ్వగలుగుతారు. అందుకని మేము ఫోకసింగ్ ఆన్ ఎజూర్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్, ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్, జీసీబీ డేటా ఇంజనీర్. ఆ డేటా ఇంజనీర్ క్లౌడ్ల మీద ఎక్కువ ఫోకస్ చేస్తున్నాం. లేదంటే ఎజూర్ డెవలప్స్ చెప్పలేక కాదు, మేము ఎజూర్ డెవలప్స్ మీద ఫోకస్ చేయలేదు. ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద డే వీఆర్ ఎంపవరింగ్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్. లైక్ వాళ్ళందరికీ చాలా మందికి జాబులు వచ్చినాయి. చాలా మంది ఎవ్రీవన్ హ్యాపీ అబౌట్ దేర్ కెరియర్ ఇఫ్ యూ లుక్ ఎట్ క్లౌడ్ అప్స్కిల్. సో ఏంటంటే ప్రాపర్గా గైడ్ చేస్తాం. సో చెప్పాలంటే అన్ని కోర్సులు ఉంటాయి, కానీ జాబ్ మార్కెట్లో ఈవెన్ ఇంకో వన్ మోర్ పాయింట్ ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు ఎంఫసైజ్ హియర్. మార్కెట్లో చాలా బాగా జాబులు ఉన్నాయి, ఒకటేనండి క్లౌడ్ మీద ఒకటి, రెండు ఫుల్ స్టాక్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్ ఫుల్ స్టాక్ మీద ఉన్నాయి, జావా ఫుల్ స్టాక్, .NET ఫుల్ స్టాక్ మీద చాలా ఓపెనింగ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. దెన్ క్లౌడ్ మీద బాగున్నాయి, ఈ రెండింటి మీద చాలా బాగున్నాయి. నేనే చెప్తున్నా, మంచి ప్యాకేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి రెండింటికి కూడా. కానీ ఫుల్
Okay.
స్టాక్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి యూ షుడ్ నో జావా, స్ప్రింగ్ అండ్ హైబర్నెట్, HTML, CSS, యూ షుడ్ నో ఎవ్రీథింగ్. ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ కావాలి, బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ రావాలి. ఇఫ్ యూ నో ప్రోగ్రామింగ్, గో టు ద జావా ఫుల్ స్టాక్, డోంట్ కమ్ టు ద క్లౌడ్. ఐఎమ్ ఓన్లీ టెలింగ్. మీరు ప్రోగ్రామింగ్లో సూపర్ తోపు అనుకోండి, గో టు ద జావా ఫుల్ స్టాక్ అని నేనే చెప్తా. నాకు ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ రాదు, నాకు అసలు చాలా భయం, నేను చేయలేను అనుకుంటే దెన్ కమ్ టు ద క్లౌడ్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్ సైడ్. దట్స్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు సే.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. అంటే ఇప్పుడు డేటా సైన్స్, డేటా అనలిటిక్స్ కంటే దిస్ ఈస్ బెస్ట్ ఫర్ మీ, ఆర్ విచ్ ఈస్ ఈజీ టు ఎంటర్
మీరు
ఇంటూ సాఫ్ట్వేర్?
కమెంట్ వన్ మోర్ పాయింట్, డేటా సైన్స్ అన్నారు కూడా చెప్తున్నాను. డేటా సైన్స్ వల్ల బాగుపడ్డది స్టూడెంట్స్ యొక్క తక్కువ మంది అండి, ఎవరు లేరు. డేటా సైన్స్ వల్ల బాగుపడ్డది ఆ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లు ఒక 70,000 80,000 దే ఆర్ పేయింగ్ ఫర్ కోర్స్ ఫీజెస్, బట్ హూ ఆర్ గెటింగ్ జాబ్? జస్ట్ ఇమాజిన్, మీరు ఒకసారి రెజ్యూమే అప్లోడ్ చేసుకున్న నౌకరీలో ఎన్ని కాల్స్ వస్తున్నాయి చూడండి. దేర్ ఆర్ నో రియల్ టైమ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఇన్ ద డేటా సైన్స్ టిల్ నౌ. ఓన్లీ ఒక ప్రిడిక్షన్ అల్గారిథమ్స్, మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్లో స్టాటిస్టికల్ మోడలింగ్ వాడాలి, ఒక జస్ట్ ఒక ప్రిడిక్షన్ మోడలింగ్ చేస్తున్నారు తప్ప దేర్ ఇస్ నాట్ మెనీ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ లైక్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్. ఇఫ్ యూ లుక్ ఎట్ ద జస్ట్ అప్లోడ్ ద రెజ్యూమే ఆన్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్, ఇఫ్ యూ అప్లోడ్ ద రెజ్యూమే డేటా సైన్స్, యూ కెన్ చెక్ ఇట్. నో జాబ్స్ ఇన్ డేటా సైన్స్, వెరీ వెరీ రేర్. 1:10, 1:20 రేషియో ఉంటుంది. ఇక ఒక జాబ్ వస్తే అక్కడ 20 జాబ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి కాల్స్. సో ఫ్యూచర్ అనేది ఏంటంటే డేటా యూసేజ్ పెరుగుతుంది మార్కెట్లో డే బై డే. దట్స్ వై దెర్ ఈస్ మోర్ డిమాండ్ ఫర్ క్లౌడ్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్స్. దెర్ ఈస్ మోర్ డిమాండ్ ఫర్ క్లౌడ్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్. Lakhs of jobs are there, coming soon, now also.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
If any questions you can ask here, otherwise we can wind up the session. So we can upload this session in our YouTube channel. You can follow the YouTube channel, and in the YouTube channel we mentioned the contact number also. You can reach out to Kirti and for further details.
Yeah, I think no more doubts. Okay, we can wind up for the day, and I hope you will be enrolling into the course, and we can meet again on 25th. Okay, guys, thanks for joining. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks, Abram.
Yeah, thank you.